Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you're having a great Friday. So I got some news on Cleanspark. They provided an update on purchasing some more miners, so we'll get into that. But first we're going to look at Bitcoin, Ethereum. We'll look at some of the other miners as well, see how things are playing out right now today after having a pretty crappy week. So we'll get into that, and then we'll get into the story itself. So here's Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin is at 57,938. It is went below our support here that I drew a while back at 57,000, fell to almost 55,618 or so, and it's above it now. So as long as it can maintain that presence above the 57,000 mark, I think we're going to be okay. We'll have to see how obviously the day pans out, but for right now, we're doing okay. And then obviously our next test is going to be the resistance here at 60,000, roughly 61,000 or so. Is our resistance. We have to get above that in order to continue on further up. So obviously we're lower from that previous little pullback that we had. This was back in October 28th. So we're lower than that, but we're at least above support right now. Ethereum. So Ethereum is up 6.39%. It fell below the 50-day moving average yesterday, and it's come above it today, which is a good sign. And we'll see if we can get above the 20-day moving average here and this red color here. So our previous support line was here. Let's extend this out a little bit. Oop. Why can't I extend it out? Oh, silly things. Let me see here. Oh, I gotta get my pointer here. Pull that and extend it out. So we bounced right off of that support line, which is at 39,000, or gosh, I wish it was 39,000, 3,950. It bounced off of it yesterday, and it's been going above it ever since, so that's good. Let's take a look at some of the mining stocks here really quick. So we got Argo. Argo is at 133 pences. That's on the London Exchange. And it looks like it's done trading for the day, and this is the US version of it. It's at 1868. So it is up 5.78%. Bitfarms is up 6.44% on the day. It came close to the 20-day moving average here yesterday, and then it kind of bounced off of it, which is good to see. Hive is right now playing with the 20-day moving average. It's above it right now, which is a good sign to see. Obviously went up a lot higher than that, but it's come down a little bit in price. It came close to touching the 50-day moving average yesterday and bounced off of it. So that is also good to see. So I think maybe our support might be the 50-day moving average, which is at 360 something right now. HUT8 is up 4.7%. It also touched the 50-day moving average here and bounced off of it. Like some of the other miners, it went up higher above the 20-day moving average, and it has pulled back since a little bit. So that is good to see as well. Marathon, same thing. Marathon's been battling with this 50-day moving average here for the past 3 days. It has finally gone above it and opened up above it, so that's a good sign for those guys invested in Mara. Riot right now is at 35.66. It is up 6%. And like some of the other miners, it has also went below the 50-day moving average and is now above the 20-day moving average. So that's good to see. It is up $2.11 on the day. Cleanspark, obviously we got news on Cleanspark. Cleanspark actually came down and tested the 200-day moving average, which is the blue line here, yesterday, and bounced above it. Is now above the 50-day moving average. And we'll see if it can, climb back up above the 20-day moving average and to continue on further. CBTC, nobody really is paying that one. So now we got Mawson. Mawson did the same thing, came down and touched the 200-day moving average. It is now above the 50-day, that's close to the 50-day moving average and right there by the 20-day moving average as well. Obviously, Mawson has come back way down from its high of almost 1559, and it was down to 968 yesterday. It is up nicely today. It's up 11%, 11.5%. And then we got DigiHost. DigiHost, same thing as the rest of the miners, fell way down. It fell below the 50-day moving average to approximately 545. It is now battling with that 50-day moving range. It was above it earlier today, but it's pulled back a little bit. It's at 575, so it is up 3% roughly. All right, so let's take a look at the news here. So I got to pull this up here really quick. CLSK, Cleanspark. Here we go. All right, so here's a news story. So Cleanspark is a sustainable Bitcoin mining and energy technology company today announced the purchase of an additional 2,597 units of Antminer S19 Bitcoin BTC mining machines. Delivery of the machines is scheduled to be immediate, which is great news. This is what we want to see from the miners, getting these miners in as soon as possible. Adding to the 2,711 rigs already purchased and scheduled for delivery this month. So once that news comes out, when they actually get them in, we'll update the numbers here as well. These orders are expected to substantially add to the company's hash rate over the coming weeks, and that's true. It's going to add quite a bit of hash rate. Cleanspark employs a sustainable business strategy of converting a portion of its BTC holdings to fund operations and expansion with a goal of limiting shareholder dilution. I love this about this company. Obviously Bitcoin could go up in price, it could not. So I kind of like the way that they're doing this and not diluting shareholder value. We continue to take advantage of favorable pricing in the spot market to purchase machines as opportunities present themselves, rather than locking up capital for long periods of time. While we use the standard strategy of future delivery contracts, said Zach Bradford, CEO and president, the company currently operates more than 12,800 miners, providing a hash rate of 1.3 exahash. So I've updated my miner sheet here on them, and we got some new numbers to talk about here. So here are the ones that came online basically recently for what they reported. So they reported, I got it written down here, that they have 1.3 exahash as of November 2019, or November 19th, 2021, and then miners 12,800. So these miners added up here, not these, because these I don't think have been installed yet. So these are just marked here that they are going to be installed and mining probably at the end of November. So I'm giving them basically 1 month for mining these. So we'll have December mining. So these will probably add around 2.5 million at the current price of Bitcoin, which I have it at 58,111 is when I did this. But that's 2,597 miners. Roughly, I'm guessing 96 terahash on these, and they have 250 petahash on them. So that kind of makes sense here on the numbers. What else I want to point out? Oh, I added these miners here to be included, that they're already mining. So these miners here, along with all of these ones in green, add up to roughly, I have this added up to 12,780, so I'm off by 20 miners someplace, which could be these here. But when I do the exahash addition on these, we get to the 1.3 that they reported right now. So we're really right there. We're at 1.301 exahash on that. So we're really close to that. So I added these for mining here 1.5 months since these were added in. I don't know exactly when they were added in, but it was between this report and the last reports. I put them in for 1.5 months basically of operation, which adds to the bottom line of approximately, if you add these two together, you get almost 1.5 million. You get 2.5 million here. So we're looking at approximately 4 million added to their gross revenue of 40 million right now. So based on that information, if we take it and go here, we're looking at basically they're possibly going to be making this year around 80 million if Bitcoin stays where it's at. Obviously, if Bitcoin goes up, we're looking at higher numbers here for them if Bitcoin reaches 100 million or 100,000, 150,000, 200,000. But right now, my projection for the stock price at 50% net income would be 21.94, and the stock price is at 18.47, which leads me to believe that the company right now is undervalued as far as their value is concerned. And then if we go at 75% of gross income, so basically 75% net income, we're looking at 32.91. So obviously a nice increase from where it should be, where it is now and where it should be, right? So at 18.47 right now, it is. I have it at 32.91. And if Bitcoin goes up to 100,000, we're looking at 29.95 to 44.93. And 150,000 for Bitcoin, we're looking at 39.52 and 59.28. And if Bitcoin goes up to 200,000, we're looking at 49.09 to 73.63. So obviously a nice percentage gain on this if that does play out. But even now, it's just, to me, it looks like it's undervalued. Not a lot, but it's still undervalued. If you go somewhere between these two numbers, or between the 50 and 75, you're looking at maybe $25 or something like that, 26, and it's at 18.47. So I think it has plenty more room to run from here. Obviously, the market cap is small right now. It's at 674 million, and shares outstanding is nice and low, 36 million, which is great as well. And like I said, I like the fact that they're not diluting shareholder value on it. They're using the Bitcoin to basically fund operations and for expansion, which is great to see. Other than that, I think that's it. There's nothing really else going on here. So obviously we did the video yesterday on miner versus miner. This will obviously affect as far as what their standing would have been, I think, by a little bit, not by much, but it would have affected a little bit. So we'll probably do another video on that come next week when we have some more information from some of the other miners, if they provide anything as far as additional miners getting added on. Other than that, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, the miner versus Bitcoin video comparison is going to be coming out tomorrow. We'll have all the data from today, and we'll do that tomorrow as well. But hopefully the day plays out well like it has been so far. The stocks are up, obviously. Bitcoin is up a little bit, and if Bitcoin can hold it, I think we'll be in good shape. So that's it. That's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and until then,